Once upon a time, nestled in a cozy little burrow under the roots of a giant oak tree, lived a tiny field mouse named Pip. Pip was just like any other field mouse, except for one small thing. He had the biggest, roundest, most magnificent ears you have ever seen. While his brothers and sisters loved to scamper and play in the sun-drenched meadows, Pip was a little shy. He worried that his big ears made him look silly. They're like two giant dandelion puffs. He'd whispered his reflection in a dewdrop. One sunny afternoon, while his family was out gathering berries, Pip stayed behind, feeling a bit blue. Suddenly, he heard a faint sound. It was a tiny, sad chirp. Asterisk chirp, chirp. Asterisk, it was so quiet he almost missed it. But thanks to his big, wonderful ears, the sound came through as clear as a bell. Pip's curiosity got the better of his shyness. He poked his nose out of the burrow and followed the sound. The chirping led him to a thick patch of clover. There, huddled beneath a large leaf, was a baby bluebird who had fallen from her nest. Her wing was twisted at an odd angle, and she was shivering, even though the sun was warm. "Hello?" Pip squeaked softly, not wanting to frighten her. The baby bird looked up, her eyes wide with fear and tears. "I'm lost," she chirped weakly, "and I can't fly back to my nest. I'm scared the fox will find me." Pip's heart went out to the little bird. He forgot all about being shy and feeling silly about his ears. "Don't you worry," he said bravely. "I'll help you. My ears are very good at hearing things. I can listen for your family." The baby bird, whose name was Skye, looked at Pip's ears with wonder. "They're amazing." She peeped. Pip stood up tall, swiveling his magnificent ears like two furry satellite dishes. He closed his eyes and concentrated. He listened past the rustling of the leaves, the buzzing of the bees, and the distant trickle of the stream. He focused and focused until there it was. A worried, frantic chirping high above. Asterisk chirp, 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 chirp. Asterisk, it was a mama bluebird calling for her lost baby. "I hear her," Pip exclaimed. "She's in the big maple tree by the stream." Skye's face lit up with hope. "But how will I get there?" she asked, looking at her injured wing. Pip thought for a moment. "I have an idea," he said. "Wait right here." He scurried back to his burrow as fast as his little legs could carry him. He returned dragging a large, sturdy dandelion leaf. "Hop on," he instructed. Skye carefully shuffled onto the leaf. Pip then grabbed the stem with his teeth and began to pull. It was hard work. He pulled Skye across the meadow, over bumpy roots, and around tall blades of grass. He huffed and puffed, but he didn't give up. He could hear the mama bird's calls getting louder and louder, guiding him like a beacon. His ears were his compass. Finally, they reached the base of the big maple tree. "Mama, Mama," Skye chirped with all her might. High above, the mama bluebird heard her baby's call and swooped down, her heart filled with relief. She nuzzled Skye gently and then turned to Pip. "Oh, thank you, brave little mouse," she sang. "You saved my daughter. How did you ever find her?" Pip puffed out his chest, a proud smile on his face. "It was my ears," he said, wiggling them. "They helped me hear her when no one else could." From that day on, Pip was no longer shy about his ears. He realized that the very thing he thought made him silly was actually his greatest strength. It was what made him special. His big ears weren't just for listening. They were for helping, for being a good friend, and for being a hero. News of Pip's bravery spread throughout the meadow. The other animals didn't see a shy mouse with funny ears anymore. They saw Pip, the hero with the super hearing who had saved baby Skye. His brothers and sisters cheered for him, and even Barnaby the badger, who was usually very grumpy, gave him a respectful nod. Pip started using his special gift every day. He could hear when the baby rabbits were wandering too close to the farmer's path and would guide them back to their warren. He could hear the first drops of rain long before a storm and would warn the ants to cover their anthill. His big ears, once a source of worry, had become a source of pride and a way to care for everyone in his community. And so, Pip the field mouse lived happily in his cozy burrow. He still had the biggest, roundest, most magnificent ears in the whole meadow. But now, when he looked at his reflection in a dewdrop, he didn't see a silly little mouse. He saw a friend, a helper, a hero. And he smiled, knowing that our differences are not something to hide, but are often our greatest gifts. Thank you so much for listening to Pip's story today. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fun stories every week. We love sharing adventures with you. See you next time. Bye-bye.